Eunice Agbogun is the North Central representative of Nigeria's Civil Situation Room. She joins us virtually. Madam Eunice, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Good morning, and great to have you on the program. Now, the battle is about women are asking for what may pass for a quota system because they feel that they can't compete with the men in terms of financial muscle, the things that men do to get into power. So this is one way women are beginning to propose to say, why don't you create a space where we don't have to argue with you? But there's been a lot of pushback. Do you ever see this working, especially in a very competitive political environment like ours?
Yeah, thank you very much. We all know that the conversation around women underrepresentation has been ongoing for a very, very, very long time now. And we all know also that, Nigeria has always ranked very, very low globally, when it comes to women's representation. And you will also agree with me that we have a very, very large population of women. I would say almost half of the population, of Nigeria are women. And yet, we only have just about less than 5% of seats, in this current 10th assembly that is occupied by women. That is a misnomer. That's a misnomer. And so this actually has pushed us, the women, and not just the women, but I will also say also the he for she's. Men also have joined us in this, in this push or in this fight to see that we change the narrative in Nigeria. Nigeria cannot be left behind because we have other African countries, who are not even as much as we are, who have actually gone ahead of this. And so this brings us to, the conversation to address this special seats bill, which we know that, it's a constitutional alteration bill that seeks to remedy this imbalance that we have been talking about, this very chronic underrepresentation, of women in Nigeria. And what this conversation is all about is about, creating additional special seats to be contested and filled exclusively by women, in the National and State House of Assembly. And we believe that once that is done, that will help us to be able to, bridge the gap that has been existing in centuries now that have made women to be behind. And so the conversation around the special bill has been an ongoing one, but it's interesting now that it has taken a new dimension. There's a new momentum to it now because it has gained more attention, and we are happy that a lot more stakeholders have now, shown interest and are also paying attention. So that brings us now to the current proposal, which is the electoral college model now. That's what we are. That's the new conversation now around addressing this issue of underrepresentation of women on this special seats bill.
Yeah, and that's where I'm headed, because some would have thought that, with the electoral amendment that scaled through, that the window on the passage of the special seats for women bill had since closed. But we've seen, an executive bill on state policing also come through. And so with this introduction of the electoral college model, I believe there are other new changes proposed changes to the Senate, to the special seats for women bill. I'd like you to talk to us about the implications for these changes to the special seats for women bill. What does it mean for women representation, especially from 2027?
Okay, thank you very much. What has changed currently is still the same conversation around
same conversation. We hope that the network is more clement and Madam Agbogun is able to return to us to talk to us more about these introductions and what level the conversations have reached really. I would even like to know how much consultation has gone through, particularly with women groups with these proposed changes, because according to reports, rather than the elections now going to the polls, especially for these particular proposals, an electoral college will see to the election of these women following the special seats for women bill. And the electoral college, according to reports, will be made up of elected local government chairpersons and vice chairpersons, local government councillors, members of state houses of assembly, senators representing the state. So these are the crop of individuals that will make up the electoral college that is being proposed in the change to the special seats for women bill. So how satisfactory is this to civil society groups, women groups that are pushing for the passage of this special seats for women bill to amend the constitution and then increase, shore up women representation? What if these crop of individuals are made up of members of the ruling party and there are, different women representations, women politicians from different political parties who feel that their interests may not be advanced successfully? And so what happens? I believe Madam Agbogun is back with us. Please go ahead. I wonder if you got my latest introduction to your line of thought.
Yes, well, thank you very much. Sorry, I got disconnected. Yes, you were asking me around what has changed. So the conversation is still the same around the need for special seats for women. But what has changed now is that the special bill, was originally designed around direct election for additional women-only seats. But the current proposal is introducing an electoral college model to this conversation. And under this proposal, under this model, women will be elected into additional seats by defined electoral colleges rather than by direct voting in general. So what this means is that this entire shift from the original model now to the electoral college model is that it will help to improve political visibility of the reform that we are talking about. And it will also help to create a pathway for passage ahead of the 2027 election. And it will also help to retain the goal of increasing our women's representation that has been the issue over the years. And it will also help to respond to our concerns around costs, around logistics and the acceptance generally. Yeah. So this model, we believe that is strategic, is timely, and I also believe that this model will take us to where we are going. What this additional seats now is also proposing is that there will be 12 Senate additional special seats elected on a zonal basis.
To round off our conversation with you very quickly, but I mean, to put this into current context, which the graphics we have here has captured, currently at the Senate, we have only 4 women out of 109. At the House of Reps, we have 17 out of 360. At the state assemblies, we have 54 out of 990 seats. 36 states, 14 states do not have women at all at their state houses of assemblies. It indeed paints a picture of just how women are underrepresented in this part of the world.
Absolutely.
So I totally agree with you, and how I'm just wondering how this model is going to work. But for those women who have represented you and other women in Nigeria, What level of impacts would you say they have made so far?
Okay, yes, I'm glad that you have correctly, mentioned the current statistics that we have, and that really paints a very gory picture of the underrepresentation of women. And that is why with this new model that we are proposing now under the Electoral College model, that will help us now to have additional seats. And the truth of the matter is that where we have less women, issues around women cannot be well presented. So the current women that are there are not enough to even give the women a voice. And that is why Nigerian women, and not just Nigerian women now, because we have more stakeholders that have joined this fight. We have, interestingly, we have more men now that have come on board, and we regard them as the he for she's, that are also pushing for this reform. So this new model now, by the grace of God, once we're able to pull through, it will help us to have additional seats. For Senate now, we will be able to have 12 Senate additional special seats elected on a zonal basis. And then for the House of Representatives, we're going to have 37 additional special seats elected on a state and FCT also. And then we will have additional 108 states of assembly, additional special seats elected at state level. So that will go a long way to help us solve the very chronic underrepresentation challenge that we have been facing in Nigeria for over so many years now. I think that is going to be the solution that will help us. And we believe very strongly that we have our key stakeholders. I believe that even the president, his wife, and the current 10th Assembly are now also ready and prepared to support Nigerian women, because it is not just about one person. It's about all of us. It's about all the women.
If I may come in, we're totally out of time, but I think your points are well noted. Yes. I've tried to study it, look at it, because we'll continue to mainstream it. This is more like, rather than the regular, use an electoral college model using political parties, if we understand this. And we hope that this can scale through so that we have better representation of women on the table as far as Nigeria is concerned.
Thank you very much.
Eunice,
we are very positive.
Yes.
We are very positive that this is going to scale through.
All right. Madam Eunice Agbogun is the North Central representative of Nigerian civil society situation room, joining us virtually. Madam, we'll continue to engage. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.